The MMA scene just turned even wilder. Now even Conor McGregor is throwing shade at Tom Aspinall. Yeah, you heard that right.
In 2023, you said that you were over the Conor McGregor hype train, and he took to Twitter and said, "Starve you and kill you, you effing disrespectful prick. Don't ever speak my name in disrespect again, mush potato head."
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong about the head. The head is quite potato.
It all kicked off when Tom Aspinall was asked about Conor McGregor's long-awaited return bout with Michael Chandler. In classic Aspinall style, he didn't hold back. No hype, no sugarcoating. He gave a straight-up, honest opinion and made it clear that the matchup didn't really excite him.
A bit weird because I don't really know Conor at all. I've never even met the guy. Never had any beef with him or anything, and the whole situation came on a little bit weird. So my friend started a YouTube channel, right? Because he's my friend, he came down the gym and interviewed me, and I did it because he's my friend. He doesn't have loads of numbers on his, doesn't have loads of followers or loads of subscribers or anything like that. So it's a pretty small interview, and he asked me about McGregor. Are you looking forward to McGregor's next fight? Blah blah blah. And I said, oh, to be honest, I'm not really that interested in Conor McGregor. Not because Mate, I only really watch the heavyweights and bigger guys. I'm not as interested in the small. I just meant it like that. Next minute, he's fucking sending me death threats, loads of tweets. I'm like, mate.
As expected, that didn't sit well with the notorious Conor McGregor. He clapped back, taking to social media with subtle jabs aimed at Tom Aspinall. From downplaying Aspinall's rise to boldly claiming that Jon Jones would demolish him in a fight, McGregor didn't hold back.
What about Conor McGregor? He's been very scathing of you on social media, taken you on a few times. What do you feel about him?
I don't know Conor McGregor. I've never met him. I don't know why he chooses to do that. But I don't know why he's so offended. I just said I'm not.
Have you met him?
No, I've never met him.
What would happen if you met him?
Nothing against him. Nothing. Unless.
I mean, you're massively bigger than him.
I'm not bothered. I'm not interested.
Really?
Yeah. Not bothered.
Here's where things get really wild. This isn't just a casual exchange. Conor McGregor and Tom Aspinall are both high-profile UK-adjacent names in the sport, so you'd expect a bit of mutual respect or at least regional support. But instead, McGregor is doubling down, targeting one of the UK's few current title holders. Fans are left puzzled. Why is Conor coming after Tom, especially when they're not even in the same weight class? Some believe it's typical McGregor, stirring things up to stay in the spotlight. Others think he genuinely didn't appreciate Tom's dismissive take on his comeback bout and is trying to reassert his dominance as MMA's biggest star. But Tom didn't just sit back quietly. He fired back, but with class. No trash talk, no drama, just a firm reminder that he's focused and won't be distracted. In interviews and social media posts, Aspinall made it clear he's not letting someone from another division control his storyline. As he put it, "I respect what Conor's done, but this isn't his lane." Even Joe Rogan weighed in on his podcast. Rogan was visibly baffled by the feud, calling the situation bizarre and questioning why Conor is even engaging, especially with the Chandler fight looming.
I wonder if he looks at Michael Chandler.
But how much time does he need before he gets back and competes once he gets back in the pool?
6 months is what they say.
6 months?
Yeah.
Do you think his leg's still fucked up?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, I don't know why he was out of the pool. I don't know if they took him out because he's on a fucking yacht everywhere and he's just untestable. Like, Conor has to see a guy that's going to get him excited that he sees is very winnable. And Chandler's dangerous, but he's shorter and he throws fucking hooks. Conor's a bigger and he's a sniper. He throws them down the middle.
He can fucking take it
for
and bounce
sure.
back.
Dangerous motherfucker.
That guy has a warrior spirit. You can guarantee Michael Chandler's fighting, some fucking chaos is going to happen.
Yeah, Conor comes back. It's going to be at 170. He's got to be. He's fucking massive. But he's also still shooting a movie, isn't he? You cannot shoot a movie and fucking train for a fight. You just can't do it. You can't do anything and train for a fight.
No, you can't.
Here's the thing. Conor might be the most vocal critic of Tom Aspinall right now, but he's definitely not alone. There's a growing crowd of fans, fighters, and analysts who genuinely believe Aspinall wouldn't stand a chance against Jon Bones Jones. Sure, they recognize Tom's talent, but in their eyes, Jon operates on an entirely different level.
He's the fastest, quickest, most powerful heavyweight on the planet. He's the favourite against Jon Jones. And no man alive can beat Tom Aspinall, in my humble opinion. And that's with the greatest of respect to Jon Jones.
Toe came out of his skin when he fought me. He wrapped it himself to go to the press conference. He didn't want to miss his press conference. So he wraps it himself because the doctors refused. That's inappropriate treatment. We're not going to do that. We're taking you to the hospital. This is a tough guy. And when it comes to grit and you gotta have it, we know for sure that John does. Now, that doesn't mean that Tom does not. But we don't know that. And we don't know that those punches are as hard and as fast with equal accuracy.
I bet if he's weighing 215, he would fight Tom Aspinall better than him weighing 245 pounds. In his 205 frame, he could fight Tom Aspinall better than he'd fight him at that 250 because that's not his weight class. While he didn't last long with Cyril, he didn't look as fast. He carried more weight. Cyril just did some weird stuff. And John, you don't make mistakes against John.
I'm interested to see how Aspinall is past the first round, right? He looks so fast. He looks, you're like, nobody moves like him. He looks like a younger Kane, but he just keeps knocking these guys out so quick. So I'm like, let me see him past the first round to see if he has that cardio as well.
And, you know, you're getting up to elite status where you're calling out John Jones. That's the boogeyman. John Jones is the boogeyman. John Jones has had some trials and tribulations, but the skill set and the ability to push deep into rounds. When he fought Gustafsson, he had almost no training camp. And then he pulled that fight off in the 4th and 5th rounds. That's when he really turned it up. And then you saw the real John Jones in the second fight. That's motivated John Jones. But Aspinall is like, we've only seen him smash. What is it like in the 5th round with John Jones? Because if you can't steamroll John Jones and he starts side kicking your kneecaps, you know?
John Jones has dominated the sport for over a decade. His record, his fight intelligence, and his ability to adjust mid-battle, it's the stuff of legends. No matter the style, wrestlers, knockout artists, or unpredictable opponents, Jones has always figured out a way to come out on top. And for some critics, Tom Aspinall's impressive win over Sergey Pavlovich still doesn't measure up when stacked against that kind of legacy.
As I said before the fight, Stipe Miocic has not won a fight in 4.5 years. His only fight in the last 4 years was a loss to Francis Ngannou 3.5 years ago, and he got destroyed in that one. And by the way, he looked even better in that than he did in this one. This is a man who looked like he needed a new hip at a UFC event recently, right? He is so broken down from the old Stipe, from the vintage Stipe Miocic that once was. I am not even exaggerating when I say his hand speed and his punch accuracy was significantly worse than Iron Mike Tyson, 58-year-old Mike Tyson who fought Jake Paul the other day. You can cash checks all you want, bro. You are a duck, and that is now your legacy. We will always remember that the supposed greatest of all time didn't have the balls to get in the cage with Tom Aspinall.
That was the way to do it.
Well, I'll allow that, right? It's a good way to go out. Fair enough. I can imagine that was a great last fight for John Jones, but I absolutely have no interest in watching any. Was that even a great performance? We don't need to see John Jones anymore. If you're not going to defend your world title, then get the fuck off the stage.
But on the other side of the argument, there's a rising wave of believers rallying behind Tom Aspinall. They've witnessed his explosive speed, dominant grappling, calm under pressure, and the way he makes top-tier heavyweights look like they're just there for a training session. To them, he's not just a promising talent. He's the future of the division, and they're saying this current version of John Jones, recovering from injury, relatively inactive, and possibly nearing retirement, might not be prepared for someone like Aspinall. Now the MMA world is split. One side urges caution, while the other demands a showdown. And Tom, he's standing firm in the middle, facing heat from fighters like Conor McGregor, skepticism from some fans, but staying focused, sharp, and ready. Whether he gets the fight with Jones next or not, the fire is lit. And Aspinall knows exactly what it'll take to silence the critics, including Conor. Defeat the man they say is unbeatable.